How's it going, everybody? Ragiroth here. So in honor of Doom Eternal finally coming out, and hell, you know what, in honor of Spawn finally coming to Mortal Kombat, which is always still a thing to celebrate, I figured I'd finally make this video. The Doomslayer, Doom Guy, or Doom Marine has been heavily requested for two current major fighting games, Mortal Kombat 11 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Doomslayer is an awesome, iconic character from one of the most genre-shaping games of all time, Doom. It's somewhat shocking he hasn't been in a fighting game already, to be honest. You know me, I'm not a huge FPS guy, but Doom is an exception. Now this video is going to try to look at the most objective, factual reasons for the benefits of him being in either of the fighting games. Obviously there's still going to be some subjectivity, but I mainly just mean above the level of like, I don't have a Switch, so he should be in MK11. Or MK11 is pretty much dead, so he should just be in Smash Ultimate. No, I mean ideally he'd be in both. That aside, let's get started and see which major fighting game would work better for this guy. So first I'll look at the benefits of him being in Smash Ultimate. Now benefit to one will probably be a negative to the other, mainly because these fighting games are so different. So with Smash, the first positive is Doomslayer can have a future with the series. So what I mean by this is that guest characters in the NetherRealm Studios games are kind of a revolving door. You're in a game, then you're out of the next. The only somewhat exception is Freddy Krueger from MK9, but it was the mobile version of the following game, MKX, that he was in, not the console. They probably only did this so he can fight Jason, since Jason was in that game, and it's a mobile game. Should we really count that? Smash, however, guests or third-party characters in this case, have stuck around or managed to come back. Sonic being the most prime example, since he was in Brawl and then returned in Smash 4, a game that wasn't a everyone is here situation unlike Ultimate. Now we don't really know what the future of Smash past Ultimate will be like. None of the third parties may return, not even Sonic. But unlike MK, it at least has proven the possibility of guests coming back. And Nintendo and Bethesda seem to have a good relationship, and the people at id Software really want Doomslayer in the game. So if that continues, he can have a future if he comes to Smash at all in the first place. Smash is a much more mobile game than MK. No, not a mobile game on a phone. What I mean is that the space to fight is generally larger both horizontally and vertically, giving way more room to fight and get around the area. Doomslayer is a pretty mobile character, especially in Doom Eternal. He's jumping around, climbing, dashing, and swinging, giving Mario a run for his coins. This can be better reflected in Smash Ultimate, unlike MK11, which just has the typical 2D fighting game stage space, which isn't bad by any means, but it's a more confining space for Doomslayer, and it may make a character that uses a bunch of guns a bit more obnoxious? Doom as a whole can be represented better. This may be the biggest one in favor for Smash. With Mortal Kombat and Injustice, a guest is really just the character that comes in from the series it's representing. No stage, no music. The only exception was Kratos in MK9, but I think that's just because he was in the base roster of the game and not DLC. With Smash, however, that is not the case. All third-party characters have gotten a stage with some music tracks. Not only could a Doom stage be sick, but the Doom music, oh! Doom has fantastic music, especially 2016 and Eternal. And it would be yet another awesome set of video game tracks that would appear in Smash Brothers. Also, don't know if this can fit under this category, but the Smash characters generally get special cinematic trailers with them. NetherRealm Studio trailers are great, don't get me wrong, but they're just showing stuff that you normally see in the game, generally most of the time. Smash trailers just feel a lot more special, and I think Doomslayer is a character that could have a pretty entertaining trailer if he was to be in. Doom is a new world and type of genre for Smash. This is probably the least great point for Smash's argument, but I thought it was worth bringing up anyway. Smash Bros. Is all about crossing games together and celebrating video games. There also really isn't any FPS representation in Smash. You could make an argument for Dark Samus or Metroid Prime, but we finally have a proper shooter character in Smash, and I'm sorry, but I think Doomslayer is a much better choice than Master Chief. It also doesn't help that the guest characters in NetherRealm Studios games are met with a more mixed reception than third-party characters in Smash are. MK isn't a crossover game, though they may kind of like to act like it is sometimes. But because of this, fans of the series get kind of annoyed that these guests are taking spots from MK characters. And a lot of MK characters don't really get to shine. I personally am fine with guest characters as long as they're a guest I like and don't really get to use in a fighting game that much, or in-game in general. But God, when it's a guest I don't want, like Joker, it is the biggest kick in the balls. Third-party characters are met with higher reception. Hell, I feel like more people are asking for third-party these days than first-party, which I kind of don't know how I feel about that. But I'd say it's kind of the same with guests and MK to me. If I like third-party, awesome. But if it's one I don't like, it's extra annoying to me. It also probably doesn't help that there's already a lot of characters in MK11 that use guns. Hell, basically all 3 of the guests use guns. The rumored 4th guest will probably use a gun, and the even potential rumored 5th guest would also probably use a gun. Meanwhile, Smash is moderately light on guns. Okay, so we talked about the benefits of Doomslayer being in Smash. Now, what about MK11?
Oh, well?
Doomslayer would have customization. One big thing that MK11 has over Smash Ultimate is a character customization. You can customize some of the moves, and better yet, you can customize the character's appearance, intros, and outros. With this, you can give Doomslayer a lot more cosmetically. It doesn't help with Smash. Third-party outfits and colors are kind of hit or miss. Some characters like Cloud, Bayonetta, and probably Hero get some great options. But like the 3 fighting game guys, Sonic and the Belmonts, could have got better options, even if they're not bad per se. I could see Doomslayer getting both his Doom 2016 or Eternal outfit, as well as his classic look with different colors. But I just feel like with MK11 the options would be more definitive and expansive. Now, I guess depending on how you look at this can be actually a negative. Mainly because if you played MK11, it can be quite a pain in the ass unlocking the stuff you want. And with Smash, you wouldn't have to worry about that. I do feel like, though, it's gotten a bit easier with some of the Towers of Time rewarding you with a random skin or gear for the character you're playing as. It might also help that Doom Eternal and Mortal Kombat 11 are closer to each other graphically and technically, so maybe it would be easier of transferring assets and models to MK11. Granted, I don't know this for sure, so don't take this as kind of a gospel here.
Oh, well?
No worries about censoring for Doomslayer. Now, this is probably the biggest reason for him to be in MK11, and probably the main spark of this debate between the 2 games. Doom is an M-rated series, and it's pretty damn violent, especially 2016 and Eternal. MK is also a very violent game. Smash Bros, however, is not. Doomslayer would not be able to do all the glorious glory kills that he can do in Smash Ultimate, which would be a shame. They're basically asking to be brutalities, some even fatalities. Then here's the other issue, some of the Doomslayer's weaponry. You see, there are some M-rated characters in Smash already with weaponry, like Joker, Bayonetta, and Snake. However, Snake does not use any ballistic weapons or combat knives. Bayonetta uses ballistic guns, but they don't really look like real guns, and they shoot magic bullets. Sakurai has gone on the record saying a while back that he doesn't want realistic weaponry in Smash. Now, there is Joker.
For his neutral special, he wields a gun.
But let me explain to you why that might not be as helpful as you may think. For someone that hasn't played Persona 5, one would think that it's a real gun shooting real bullets. But if you played Persona 5, you might know that the gun Joker actually has is actually a replica. It only seems like it's shooting real bullets because it's in the metaverse where the action in Persona 5 takes place. The cognition of the enemies in the game thinks that he is using a real gun with real bullets, so therefore it becomes a real gun. Your brain hurt a bit? Don't worry, mine does too. and then you have the real bullets getting like a magic kind of boost when Arsene comes out as well. Knowing Sakurai, he probably knows this about Joker and let that slide. While some of Doomslayer's weaponry, like the plasma gun, the rocket launcher, and BFG are probably safe, I'd be really worried about him having the Gatling gun, chainsaw maybe, and my personal favorite, the super shotgun, since they look realistic. It would be such a bummer if he couldn't use these weapons. Not a deal breaker, of course, but a bummer. Now, if Sakurai let Joker's gun slide, not caring about the rules of his game, and would let Doomslayer use all of his stuff, then great, this point is moot. But as of now, we still have to worry about that. And say the off chance that Doomslayer got an MK11 and would get a stage. Just humor me. You wouldn't have to worry about the setting or details of the stage being too graphic. With Smash Ultimate, you're going to have to limit the stages that can be picked for Doom. I highly doubt Nintendo will let Sakurai pick Hell as a stage. Imagine if they didn't call it Heck, though.
Oh, well?
Interaction with the other characters. This one is kinda minor, but in NRS's game since MKX, each character has unique dialogue at the start of a match with each other. So if Doomslayer was in MK11, you get to see what all the other characters would say to him. Granted, he himself doesn't talk, so it would be kinda one-sided, like all the guests in MKX. But it would still be better than nothing, I'd say. Now granted, you could see some of this as in a potential trailer for Doomslayer in Smash Ultimate, and that interaction may honestly be more entertaining than just the dialogue the MK and guests have with him. But that would literally be it. There's not really any other unique interaction between the Smash characters outside of a few victory screen quotes.
Oh, well?
MK and Doom has been a long-awaited crossover. Mortal Kombat and Doom both started in the early 90s, and both were hit violent games that caused controversy and even created the ESRB rating system. However, they have never once crossed over that I know of, at least. With both of them still being relevant and popular, and MK constantly having guest characters, this seems like the perfect opportunity. Now, of course, Smash is a crossover game in and of itself. Doom could, I guess, join a bunch of other video game series. I guess it just depends on which crossover means more to you. Doom joining a bunch of series, or joining the one series people have wanted to meet for a while. Now, of course, you can just kill two birds with one stone, put Doomslayer and an MK character in Smash, but it would probably just be Scorpion. And don't we see enough of Scorpion already? Hell, my main complaint with each of the fighting game characters in Smash is that we see them all the time in their own series and even in other crossovers. Scorpion would just be more of that. Not to mention, people always piss and moan if MK characters can't do fatalities, or in MK vs. DC's case, very violent fatalities. Do you really feel like dealing with that? So if I had to sum up the benefits of each, I would have to say that Doomslayer being in Smash is better for the overall Doom series. You can have more elements of the actual series in that. But Doomslayer being in MK11 would be better for Doomslayer himself, being able to get most of him as a character in the game more. Like I said, ideally he should just be in both, but that's probably my own bias talking, and since I like both games. I am admittedly kind of tired of guests in MK11, but since I doubt Ash Williams will be the end of it if there's more than 3 characters coming, I guess as long as I like the guests, it's fine. And if we gotta have more third parties in Smash, I'd really prefer Doomslayer over most of the other requested third parties that people seem to really want. As for how likely he is to be in either, I really don't know at this point. He's kind of in purgatory right now. Hey, there's the concept for the next Doom game. But only time will tell. But let me know what you guys thought about this list, and if there's anything you think I missed. Thanks for checking out this video. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what we want, because he's probably just going to be in Tekken 7.